I won't go too specific with the plans, but obviously when you wake up and see the sun shine, as usually in England, you think batting, a great batting day. But I think just the way we started, we didn't want to give too much away, obviously, with our plans. We want to keep it nice and tight and obviously build pressure and go from there. But the first hour was fantastic, and we just kept building on that. I probably not tried to swing it as much, I'd say. I probably came over here and saw the Duke ball swinging around, and you don't see it swing around in Australia too much, so you're quite happy. And I think I probably bowled too full in general. I think I've just allowed the wicket and the conditions to do the work this time, and just bowl in the right spot and let everything else take care of itself. So probably just keep it simple most of all, and not try to do too much. All I focus on is the length, really. I think it's around 6 or 7 metres here. He's perfect. Batsmen don't like it there from any team, so I'm going to keep smashing that 6 or 7 metre length, and hopefully the results keep taking care of themselves. I don't think any more intense than normal. I think obviously we've only got 180, so you think you have to take every chance that comes your way to have a lead or to be still in the game, really. So I think that was probably the focus from the slips in particular. They caught very well today, and Payne as well, obviously, as usual. So I think we took pretty much every chance that came our way today, and I think you have to if you've only got 180 on the board. Not really, no. It was interesting. It didn't really feel like there was a big collapse. It sort of, the scoreboard, the runs stayed pretty stagnant for a lot of the time, and we just kept building pressure and taking the wicket here and there. So, as I said, a fair bit of luck, or not a fair bit, but a bit of luck went our way, and it just felt like it was our day. So we certainly bowled well. There was a couple of really good deliveries in those wickets, and we were quite happy with how we went based on our plans. So and the slip scored very well. Everything just seemed to go away, so it was pretty surprising. The first session just felt quite long, but I certainly enjoyed it. It's not too hot out there. It didn't feel like it was taking too much out of me. So I think obviously having played last week, the miles weren't quite in the legs last week, I think. So it was good to get that test under the belt, and I felt a lot better this test. Felt the rhythm was really good, and just felt a little bit more match fitness, I guess. Yeah, you're probably right there. I think, as we saw, probably they all carried through about hip height, which is where you want them as slips. There was no... It wasn't I wouldn't say it's a slow. The carry's pretty good from both teams. Pretty consistent carry. I guess it's just sideways off the wicket, which is doing the damage. So, I'm sure the slips love it coming through a bit higher. I guess sometimes in England it can go quite low as the game's gone, but this wicket seems pretty good. Yeah, it was. I was just talking before. It was the first time Cummins, Pattinson and myself have played in the same team, so it was pretty exciting in the morning to play with those guys. So it's sort of been in the pipeline for quite a while, but never actually happened. So it was very exciting this morning. I think that sort of added an element to it as well, and we all did our roles. So it's quite a good mix in those three. No. We've played against each other at certain times, but Paddy's a little bit younger, so I played against Paddo under 17s, under 19s, things like that. But yeah, first time. Yeah, I think the way Cummins is bowling at the moment is pretty special. He's taking wickets with a new old ball, doesn't matter the wicket. So he's doing his business up front or late in the innings, and I think every time Jimmy plays, you sort of feel that he's always at the batsman. He can take wickets in clumps. He's awesome to have in your team. He always has that energy, brings that energy to the bowling group and the team in general. I felt pretty happy bowling with those two at the other end. Yeah, I think just with how quickly they're spaced together, it adds that extra element of bringing 6 quicks here, and five of those 6 have played a lot of Test cricket. We've seen the way Siddle's bowled this series as well. He's been fantastic, if not our best quick at times. As you said, I love to play every test. The body's feeling great. I've had my issues over the last 2 years, which has been disappointing, but at this moment I feel really good. Hopefully I can keep going back-to-back tests, but I think just the way the series is set out, we've got 6 great quicks here, and I think that keeps you on your toes as much as anything. When you're going out there days like today, if you bowl poorly, it might be your last game of the series. Just how good the quicks are on the bench. You always look over, or they're running a towel, drink round to your final leg, and it's Mitch Starc or Peter Siddle, and you're like, these guys should be playing. So it certainly keeps you on your toes, and I think that's a good thing. Yeah, I guess at times, I guess you might get a little bit comfortable, a little bit relaxed in. There's no one really knocking the door down. I guess that can happen at certain times, but when they're right here training every day, putting pressure on you every day, it adds that extra element, I think. I certainly like him in there as early as possible. I think they follow him a little bit. Obviously, he's the leader, he's the captain, he's got the best average, he's their best batsman going by numbers. So if we can get him, I think they can be vulnerable at times. Same as any other team, probably. If their best batter's out, you sort of feel a bit more relaxed about your business. And certainly, I think so. Yeah, I think that's probably the general plan. They're all great one-day cricketers. Some are great Test cricketers. So I think they love to feel bad on ball, especially through that middle order. So if we can draw up the runs and force a mistake, which we saw a couple today, then that's fantastic. And I think when Davey and Marnus were batting as well yesterday, that you can see the runs can really stack on and pile up pretty quickly in England with such quick outfield. And that hour or half an hour or an hour and a half here or there can really add to the game, can really decide the game if the runs can flow quickly. So always love the scoreboard going nowhere and pick up a wicket here or there. Yeah, I can't remember a day like this, to be honest. It's been fantastic. It's been a great day. It's pretty much as simple as much as I can say about it. I think the way Marnus has batted in particular has been fantastic since he came in at Lords. First concussion sub, straight into the game. Quite remarkable. So he's got some good guts and he's a fighter. So he's been great for us. And as you see, that leads up near 300 now. So if we can build on that tomorrow, all our focus is on this game. Yeah, I guess we might be starting with a few scars there. I'm not sure. I mean, 60's hard work to come back from during a test. I don't think many teams are winning if one of their innings is 60 or 70 runs. Makes it difficult. So I think, if we start well again next innings, they might think, oh, here we go again. So it's just creating that doubt in the mind, I think, through the way we've gone about it, is not let the foot off now, is just keep going.